about getting a
Hi.
private jet.
We're here. This is WIMA, Women in Music and Arts, Jazz and Cocktails, and I'm here with my guests,
Just the cocktail
Clint
part.
Holmes
Yes.
and Jonathan Scott.
Salute.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's all black and white.
Yes.
So that's called a running gag. You just beat the hell out of
This
something.
is a running gag.
Yeah. Follow him when he does that, Casey. For God's sakes, Casey's first night with us.
And last if she is.
So we just finished Jazz and
Tommy's
Cocktails.
counting his money.
So we just finished Jazz and Cocktails on the air, and that's our last show for a little while, and we're planning something special for Jazz and Cocktails, so keep posted to the WIMAFoundation.org site, and we'll let you know as soon as we have that.
Why don't you start it
We can
again?
announce it.
Start it again.
Yeah, well, you know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know.
Take two. Slated. Hi.
Oh, now you're ready.
Hi, I'm Sandy
I'm still
Kastel.
keeping that though. I'm gonna have that.
Hi, I'm Sandy Kastel.
Boy, I don't remember you this way.
Hi, this is Sandy Kastel with WIMA, Women in Music and Arts, empowering artists of all ages through education and mentorship. And we just finished doing our show, Jazz and Cocktails, with Clint Holmes and Jonathan Scott. And we're on KLAV, 1230 AM on your dial. We had a wonderful time. We had a bottle of wine that Jonathan Scott brought, but we were reminded that we couldn't open it in the studio because I guess that is a policy. So we wanted to honor them.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And not do
I
that,
didn't.
of course. I mean, Jonathan was willing to open the bottle, no
yeah,
matter
he
what. He
know
didn't
how.
care.
He's a girl. But this is great stuff, by the way. Vintage yesterday.
Yesterday.
Fantastic.
Sounds like a
You
good
like that
thing.
Santa
It's
Barbara
very
Great.
nice. It is very nice.
Santa Margarita Pinot Grigio.
It's very
Well, we
nice.
were talking a little bit about your show
You
that's
want more? Is
coming
that
up
what
this
you're saying?
weekend.
Yes.
Yes, Clint Holmes is at the Smith Center, and he's there every month on the first weekend of every month.
First weekend of every month, yeah.
Every Thursday, is it Friday,
It's
Saturday,
Friday,
and
Saturday, and a
Sunday?
matinee on Sunday. It's actually in the Cabaret Jazz Room.
Yeah,
at Smith
which is a
Center.
beautiful room. I
Isn't it
love
great?
that room. Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
I love it. It feels
And-
differently or different, anyway, than just
Lee.
about any room in town.
Yeah.
You know, it has its own unique feel, which I
It
love.
does.
Which
It
I
does,
like.
and I love the way they have the tables set up.
Uh-huh.
For everyone to sit around the table, and it's not booths, but
It's as if we were all hip.
yeah, we are.
Did they bring you in to design the room when they started it?
They actually asked me to. They brought me in about the size of the stage and the height of the stage. So that was cool. But no.
What is the height of the stage?
I have no idea. I just said this feels good.
You got up on it, and it felt
Well,
fine.
they had different levels,
Yeah.
and so I did get to say I think this is the right height for the room.
I don't think people, excuse me, many people really understand about that. How basically the height of a stage can determine how comfortable you feel
Oh,
and
absolutely.
how comfortable
The
the
audience
audience
feels.
feels.
Yep.
Because sometimes if you're sitting in a show and it's too high, you can like. I mean,
So
and there's
true.
different. It depends on how large the room is too.
And that's really
Yeah.
true, and you're right. You don't think about it. You might go to a show and go, I don't know, something felt uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
it could be that.
And you don't know what it is.
And you want a certain intimacy,
Yeah.
but and a certain cohesiveness and a certain separation and a certain, And this room obviously was built to be intimate.
Yeah, and the sound and the ambiance
Mhm.
and everything in there. But the sound is really just wonderful in there.
Yeah, they've
yeah.
got, I'm very very fortunate to be
Yeah.
in that room.
So the show that you're doing this weekend is with one of our favorites, Denise Williams.
Nisi.
Yeah, Nisi.
Yeah, she is going to do. We're going to do a duet or two, and she's going to do a couple of her own her big hits. And it just kind of came about by her coming to my show a couple of months ago and saying, "Boy, I love this room. I'd like to play the room." Me thinking she meant, herself.
Right.
And so we spoke, and she came to the bootlegger in Manhattan, and she said. That was funny too. Kelly does an open mic thing at the bootlegger, and Denise came in and said immediately, "I don't want to sing," And I said, "That's fine." And one cocktail later, she said, "When are they going to
When are they going to ask you to sing?
So that's great. Anyway, so that night
she got up and sang?
she got up and sang.
Oh my
That's
God.
yeah, and we did some stuff together.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, she then said, "I want to do the room, but I want to do it with you in your show."
Yeah.
So I mean, gosh, yes,
Well, you've had other people in your show.
Mhm.
You've invited guests on. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
nice.
that. Dominic Allen, who was your guest, I guess last week.
Last week.
Yeah. And I have done some things together unplugged, and I want to have him do one of my shows with me.
As a matter of fact, he was talking about the group thing that you're doing.
Oh,
Susan
wow.
yeah, with Susan Anton.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
a lot of fun. Vocal
Yeah.
soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vocal soup.
We haven't done it in a while, but that was a lot. Martin Rivera, Susan Anton, Dominic,
Yeah.
and myself.
Some
That
great,
was fun too.
A great group
Yeah.
to do that with.
Yeah, we had a good time.
And they said you get to explore a little bit, things that you might not do in your regular shows.
Well, that's the whole thing. See, Dominic is a like soul, as a kindred soul.
Mm-hmm.
He's he's versatile in the sense that he comes from a background of jazz. His parents were in vaudeville.
Told us about
You
that.
know,
I didn't
yeah,
know that.
he plays like 100 instruments. He's a very special guy, and he's a great soul. I love it.
Yeah, and I love the fact that, he's done a variety of music in his career, and now he's back and he's incorporating it all and doing such a, bringing in the jazz and,
Yep.
and the other styles of music that he's
Well,
done.
what's he doing?
Yeah.
He's
It's
doing
vinyl.
rock and roll vinyl.
Yeah.
We have a show September 28th.
Don't look at
Casey.
the camera to tell me.
I don't want to interrupt you. We have a show called Vinyl, September 28th
He's so shy.
at Las Vegas Hotel and Casino.
I'm getting all up in your face right now.
Thank
Just
you.
for that.
Thank you. Good. Any blemishes? With Dominic Allen, and his special guest star is Denny Lane, who was one of the founders of the Moody Blues, which I didn't know. It sounds like Penny.
That's great.
And he was
Wings.
also in Paul McCartney and Wings. So that's September 28th in the main stage in LVH.
And also we were talking about the Big Man Dinner.
Yeah.
BMD.
Damn it.
BMD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner,
Big
damn it.
BMD.
BFD.
Yeah.
And Jonathan, we'll let you talk about that, but only if you're nice and let her just stay back there with the camera. Even though it's the Big Man
It's
Dinner.
the big. Celebrates living large. Big steaks, big potatoes, big salads, big desserts, and the Big Man Humanitarian Award going to.
Celebrating the big man over
CH
here.
over
Do we smoke
Clint
cigars
Holmes.
that night?
Yeah, we do. It's called Swan Court outside.
Uh-huh.
But not
Beautiful
everybody
there.
is going to want to smoke cigars, but for those of us that do. And Fuego Cigar Shop is providing us with the cigars. And it's going to be a great dinner. Richard Feminella is going to be there.
I can't
Friend
wait.
Richard.
And also we get some little treats. We get the little Tiffany
Yeah, Sterling
blue
Tiffany
box.
little blue box.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the coolest.
I know, and the treat is that every time you show that, once you go to this Big Man event
Right.
and you get that little blue box, then you take it. What is it going to be? A card change.
Charlie Palmer Select, CPS.
Select.
So you never need a reservation at Charlie Palmer Steakhouse or at Oriel. You get a complimentary glass of champagne with your dinner, and you get a complimentary mid-course selection from the chef.
Wow.
That's
Let me ask you this. So what if you
Well,
show
you're raising
up?
your hand,
What if
okay?
you show up on Saturday night and
Million
you're sold
people.
out? So you say,
Well, it's on Thursday night, but
and then
Doing
you
Gilbert
and you
Gottfried?
tell your
Joey
I have
Brown.
no, it's Saturday night. It's in Las Vegas. They're going to be packed.
Thursday
We
night.
go, no.
Oh, you mean with
Once
the
you
thing?
have the thing, you
Once
don't
you
have to make a
have the thing.
reservation. And you go,
Yeah.
no, I'm really cool. I'm special. So you guys,
Right.
you 8
Charlie
people come
Palmer
with
Select.
me, and we will get in. And you go there, and they go, look, it's lovely, the
I
box.
can't talk
but-
about that.
Okay.
No,
It's
I
a-
could.
it's a
I could.
secret.
Pierre will set up a table for you. But Pierre is there. Well, Pierre's at
Uh-huh.
Charlie Palmer Steak.
Oh, and he'll set
But
up
no,
a special
they
table.
won't send you away. You're part
Right.
of
So
So
Charlie
you have a
Palmer
cocktail
Select.
and wait until,
Right.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, it's
Of
great.
course, it is nice to call ahead and make a reservation, even if you have the Charlie Palmer Select.
And they have the wine
Yes.
fairies there.
Yeah.
At Oriel.
The wine
If you don't know
fairies,
the
where are
wine
the wine
fairies go
fairies?
four
Oh, yeah,
stars.
yeah, they go first.
Oh, I know. They get on that
I have a
rope
friend
and they go
who
up
I'm going to call
Yeah.
Larry Saphir, who's an investor in most of my shows.
That's better.
Yeah, you met Larry.
Isn't
And-
he,
and
didn't he teach out at
No.
Larry? Oh,
No,
Different.
So-
Larry Mosh, you're thinking of.
oh, okay.
My director.
Okay.
Anyway,
Larry
but
Howard.
Larry, this is the kind of event that he's a Texas guy
Yeah.
who stays at the Mandalay and eats at Charlie's place
Sure.
all the time. And if I called him, he might actually fly in from Texas for this.
Oh,
And I
that'd
got
be
to
great.
call him.
Yeah, it's
Call
going to be
him.
fun. We're going to have a friend of mine just bought 10 tickets. He's bringing a lot of his friends
That's
over.
great. We
And
have
it-
to talk about people that
And it's
I want.
co-sponsored by WIMA,
It is.
WIMA, WIMAfoundation.org.
A wee mo up, a wee mo up.
Guys,
And
Yeah.
the reason
Sad.
it is being co-sponsored by WIMA,
It's
I
the
just
wine.
want to let you know, is that Clint Holmes does so many charitable, he does so much for charitable organizations, and you're just a charitable person, and you really, well, you are, you've been doing this
And
for a
one
long
of my
time,
best
and you
friends.
don't ask for recognition for it, you do it because it's in your heart, you know.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
I always said before, there's
I know.
every we all work hard for our causes,
Yeah.
and everybody's giving it. That's the deal.
Yeah.
Everybody's giving of their
Yeah.
time, and that's the most
Yeah.
precious thing we have.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to say no,
Yeah.
to that kind of a thing. So thank you, but
You said no to the
But
Republicans.
that's why we're honoring you.
I understand.
Oh, no, we're not gonna get on politics.
Yeah, no,
right now.
and,
No
and-
politics.
and I
right now.
respect them too. It's just not where I lean, and so that's fine.
Okay, so you're doing your show this weekend, and then we've got the Big Man
Thanks,
dinner
Jonathan.
coming up,
That was
and then
fun.
we also have we talked about Chicago playing this weekend at the Las Vegas Hilton
LVH, that's
LVH
If
Hotel
I
and
wasn't going to
Casino.
see Clint Holmes, I
and-
would be going to see Chicago.
I know
And
you would.
I know,
I
well,
have tickets
I
for it.
know.
And also, what
Well,
we
we're
didn't
gonna have
talk
to come
about is
a
Sunday.
different night
Yeah.
to see you.
Sunday is the first Sunday of the NFL season.
RG3.
Let's talk about your Redskins, pal.
RG3.
Sports. Now we're on sports.
Undefeated in the preseason, which means nothing.
Nothing. Except I bet and I won.
Yeah?
That's it.
Okay.
But wait a minute. We gave away tickets tonight to
did.
Chicago.
That's right.
A Friday performance.
Fridays,
and we had some winners. They called in. And
They had no idea. You have to understand.
the husband had no idea
They
what
were
he was
absolutely
calling
lovely
about.
people.
But the
And-
wife
but-
knew.
But the wife said call in, and the husband called in and said, and Sandy said, would you like to speak to Clint Holmes? And he went, who? And well, then you must have called in for the Chicago tickets. And he went, what?
Who? What?
So then his wife came in and said, I'm sorry, he's an idiot. What can I do?
She knew what he was supposed to
Yeah,
be doing.
exactly.
But then what he did say is that, oh my gosh, Clint Holmes, we've seen you. We saw you 7 years ago.
Yeah, or something.
When
yeah.
you were at the Harrah's,
Yeah.
Harrah's Hotel. And you were there for a very long time.
I was there for almost 7 years.
7 years. It was a 7-year itch. And then you went on to work on your own
Oh, I've been working on my own show, and I've been
for
traveling,
Broadway.
and now I have this residency
Yeah.
at the Smith Center, which is
Right,
fantastic.
which is
What does that mean as artist in residence outside of being there once a month?
That's kind of what it means.
Okay. I thought it was
Thanks
deeper.
for
I
asking.
thought it was deeper.
It's,
Well,
it's like an artist. It's like an artist in residence. Okay,
Yeah,
that
well, I
means
got
that they
this.
show their art there. He is showing his art there.
Thank you. Man.
See, I know. Well, you know, he's just an on-air personality.
I know.
He only knows, you know, what's.
Stay tuned for the nudes. We'll be right back.
Oh my gosh. So
Stay
what else
tuned
did
for
we
the
talk
nudes.
about? We talked about education, how
Okay.
important education is. Now, for a performer, there's a variety of different kinds of education. You got a lot of it from your parents.
I got it from my mom and my dad,
Yeah.
and I got it on stage.
Yeah.
You know.
Actually performing.
Yeah, I mean, I talk about that a lot.
Taking risks. too.
Taking risks and
Yeah.
learning and doing 5 shows a night and
Yeah.
trying to figure that out.
5 shows a night?
I used to, yeah. You know,
5 shows a night?
Absolutely. I did 7 once.
You know, we didn't talk about Joan Rivers at all.
Yeah, yeah,
Now, wait a minute. Time out.
yes.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
But we of a certain age
Yeah.
who have done this our whole lives.
Uh-huh.
Talk about that's what we learned.
Yeah.
You know, I remember being at Harrah's in Lake Tahoe in the lounge and having the 3 in the afternoon show,
Yes.
and the curtains open, and there's a bartender and a waitress and 2 people who
That's
may be
right.
left over from the night before,
Yeah.
and you're going to do 50 minutes.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
That's right.
You know, so those are dues, but those are learning grounds.
I did, my first show was at the Union Plaza, and we started at midnight and we went till 6 in the morning.
Yeah, there you
And it
go.
was 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off,
Yep.
and it was on the bar, up on the bar
Absolutely,
stage,
yeah.
above the bar, and
Yeah,
they're down there, and then
yeah.
open to the casino. And same thing, you've got your people there that are drinking. And then when we were at the Sahara Hotel, of course, you had that late night show on the Saturdays, and you might have a couple people in there. And I said, but you still have to give 150%.
Well, that's the thing.
You
You
do. Because
you
we're passionate
learn.
about what we're
You
doing.
learn. So when you get to a position where people actually pay money to come see you, you really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's something that a lot of the younger entertainers. I mean, you look at television now. You know, you have The Voice, you have Star Search, you have Star Stars, you have American Idol. You know,
and there, now there's national.
and
There was
all of a
nationals
sudden,
tonight.
and all of a sudden, there's a career there without having really paid the dues.
That's right.
Well, an exception to that is Taylor Hicks.
I knew you were going to go there.
Because Taylor, we've become friends, and he worked a long time before he ever did.
Before he got
American Idol.
discovered overnight.
Yeah, he was a pro.
Right.
And what a great story, though.
Right.
Yeah.
How he missed his flight.
Well, yeah, how he got a free ticket because of Katrina to go anywhere, and he went to the airport and looked on the thing and said, Las Vegas. Never been to Las Vegas. I thought like
Oh
so.
my
He
God.
took the voucher, came here, got here, no hotel reservation, 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever. So he's walking around. He's at the MGM and he sees a sign, auditions for American Idol. And he went, I don't have a room.
Wow.
I might as well stand in this line.
And Jen in the light.
Ta-da! And you know what I mean? How about that?
But still, he wasn't an overnight success,
course
but he
not.
was to the world. And that's what people often think. And what happens is a lot of kids, they say, well, look at this one and look at that one, because they just went on Facebook, or they went on Twitter, or they did YouTube, and all of a sudden they're famous.
Yeah.
Well, no, maybe those people have been working at this for 15 or 10 or 5 or whatever the amount of years it is that they've been honing their craft, so that when the opportunity came, they were able to capitalize
absolutely.
on it.
The readiness is all.
Yeah, right.
You have to be ready. That's why we talked about people taking voice lessons
Right.
and learning to read music and learning their craft.
And honing and taking care of their
Taking care of their
instruments,
instruments. You have
which
to be
for
ready.
singers is our voice and our body,
Yep.
because whatever we put into it does affect it. Like wine, it will
Like-
make your vocal cords a little drier.
Yeah, but you won't care.
But you won't-
In the words of Jonathan Scott, the body is the temple. Spit take, almost. We almost had a spit take. That would have been fantastic.
Yes, Jonathan.
Yes.
Yes, your body is your temple.
Yes, it is.
And I say that you believe in that.
Thank you.
You just recently lost some weight, didn't you? I mean,
Yes.
yes, you did.
Are we still on camera?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Is this still rolling? Yes,
But
I lost 40 pounds.
how important was it for you to do that? I mean, there was a
Very
reason why you
important.
did
Yeah, it
that,
was
right?
very important, yeah. I've been doing the Bikram yoga for about 3 months now, which is really challenging, staying in a hot room for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And cut out all the fried foods and all the sugar and, feel great.
Yeah,
Still
that's
in
good.
love with it.
So it's good to take care of yourselves. It's good to hone your craft. It's good to turn
Have
off
an
your
occasional
phone when
glass
you're
of
on the
wine.
video. And it's good to be part of WIMA, Women in Music and Arts, empowering
is.
artists of all ages through education and mentorship. And I'm so glad to have you on the show tonight,
I had a
Clint.
ball.
And I'm looking forward to seeing your show this weekend.
Okay, fantastic.
And Jonathan, I'm looking forward to seeing your show on the Morning Blend on Fridays at 9 a.m. in the morning. And thank you for being
He
on
does
the
a
show.
good job on that show.
He does a great
Really
job.
good
I
job.
know. He gets a lot in a
Everyone
few
was shocked.
minutes. Yes.